I'm just finally making a video of the canoe I picked up for free this past summer. It's an original Swift Sawyer canoe made in Oxtongue Lake in Algonquin Park. It's when Swift Canoe first started. They licensed the designs from Sawyer in the US. And so a lot of the old green Sawyers you see around Ottawa and Eastern Ontario, and even down in the Toronto area, I assume, are original Swift canoes that are made under license from Sawyer. So, and this video that follows was made before I realized what I had on my hands, but you can see the serial number tag, and I emailed it to Swift and they said yep, it's definitely one of theirs, and I think they said it was late 80s. I'd have to look it up. Anyway, it's a pretty cool project and it's in really good shape. It just needs a little bit of TLC. So I got this canoe for free today off a Facebook group, Ottawa Outdoors. I cleaned up the outside of the hull and it's in better shape than I originally thought on the outside. It's got skid plates. They seem to be holding out. They seem to have been reasonably well installed. No major issues on this whole side of the hull, and even the wood gunnels look like they've got a few years left in them. I've dealt with a few wood gunnel canoes. I'd like to borrow a pressure washer from somebody, pressure wash them, and then maybe get some of that wood penetrating epoxy and see what that'll do to it. This whole side of the hull is pretty good. This side has a few issues. Oh, that's just a spot where I failed to clean it properly. It was all really dirty. You can see there. Here. So this guy is a fairly decent chip in the gel coat, but I know how to repair that. Dremel most of it out around. And then probably put a little wee sheet of glass and then epoxy over it, seal it up. There's a couple of spider webs. Where did they go? Frig. Well, there's a pretty good crack here. This is kind of, oh, there's one of my spider webs. So this really should be chipped off, and some of those cracks dremeled out very slightly and then epoxied over. So what I'm getting to is, there's another couple down here, two other ones I think. Here's one that's not that bad, but it still should be just gently dremeled out. And there was one more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What I'm thinking of doing is an experiment. I've seen people do these kind of patches and then give the whole exterior a sanding and then epoxy the whole damn thing, like with a roller thing. And it's too bad that the skid plates are here, because that'll interfere with doing a perfect job. But I think it's worth an experiment. It's a good canoe for me to try that on, since I got it for free, and I think it will actually improve it quite a bit. Wait till I show the inside. So inside, some of the wood is starting to rot, and it's got this black, which is a kind of fungus, I think. I'm not sure. It's got a compass in it, my son pointed out. That doesn't work. I'll have to get all these ropes and stuff off. The wood is looking pretty decent. This is like an early style adjustable seat, so this slides up and down. Modern Swifts have this, a lot of modern canoes have it. This looks like it's got to be from gosh knows when. I don't know my canoe history in terms of this style of seat, but I'm guessing like early 80s. And it looks like the seat had been mounted here. It looks like it was probably a fixed seat and then it got converted, or they drilled the same holes at the factory for both models and only filled in this one. But if I ever wanted to convert it back, I could, by the looks of it. I don't see any major damage. This looks like it's a factory error. Basically, it dripped at the factory before vacuum. This would be well before vacuum systems. This would be all hand laid and painted, basically. I don't see any real issues on the inside, and even that spot where is it, where that big chip is out of it, on the corresponding spot inside, I don't see, like, what I'd worry about there is moisture getting in that over the years, but she had it covered with a tarp. But if moisture gets into those chips, it will seep in and then delaminate your laminates here. I don't see any signs of that. Just these what looks like factory errors. Not a big deal. Probably typical of canoes of the area. Oh look, I wonder if it has the doesn't have the manufacture date on it. Dwight. Oh wow. Alright, well, let the joy begin. Oh look, this seat was mounted differently. And I noticed this one actually first. That rear seat is up relatively far. It's probably adjusted for soloing. Back further here would be more for tandem. Be cool to have them adjustable. But the seats are in great shape. The webbing's in great shape. This is a good canoe for free.